5, 4, 3, 2.
Hey guys, I'm Garfm. I'll be co-op speedrunning Diablo 3 with Pukeattack. I'll be on Demon Hunter and he'll be on the Monk. So create our heroes and party up. Time will start on our first action in-game, so I'll tell you when.
An ally has joined my party, but my foes gain strength.
Yeah, Shiner CCC. Monk's where it's at. Alright, I'm ready.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, go.
Only the dead.
Alright, so the first thing that we're going to be using in our co-op run that needs to be explained is that we can teleport to each other, which we'll be using heavily to increase the time over a solo run. So we'll be splitting up a bunch at different quest points to hand them in and then teleport back to each other to the next quest point and whatnot. The next two things that we're going to be doing right after this quest hand in, when we leave the city, we're going to break destructibles while leveling up. So you saw my level up there, I exploded. That'll deal damage and it'll break objects. If we break objects, we'll get a speed boost. So I'm gonna make Pukeattack level up when he's by some breakables to get us a speed boost here. In just a moment.
And their business was profitable enough that new Tristram sprang up to accommodate them. Fewer travelers visit now, though, and the town is mostly populated by craftsmen and farmers.
Go ahead.
There we go. So now we got our move speed. Now, we run past a lot of mobs. Our XP is mostly gained from quest hand-ins, however, we'll be killing some extra mobs early on since it's co-op and we don't always have to be running to the next objective this early on. So I'll be killing these mothers. Normally I skip killing the mothers in a solo run. You're going back to town?
Yeah, you can.
Thank you for your come. Let us search for your uncle.
Here. Adria was my mother, but I don't know much about her. She died.
What of your father?
And some of the new game rules, since Diablo 3 on PC is always online, the new game rules, we're not allowed to use our stash, our paragon levels, the artisans or vendors. Since all of our previously unlocked gear is always available to us, we're only allowed to use what we pick up off the ground during the run.
I came to me last night.
And,
I suspected what was lurking within
and by that rule as well, we're not allowed to trade vendors to sell items, so when we find upgrades and want to get rid of our old stuff, we'll just be dropping it on the ground as we go.
In on Tristram once again. But like Aiden,
so here, he's gonna drop down into the cathedral. There's a short animation where we can't move, but if I teleport to him,
and go.
There. So we skipped some of that animation. You can see fell in behind me a little bit later. So Cathedral level 1 is our first random map. A lot of the randomness gets cut down. I'm breaking stuff, by the way.
Okay, I have a few things.
Missed like a whole bunch of them. There we go.
Oh, there we go.
Is our first random map. There's going to be a lot of random maps, as with all the Diablo things. Everything's random. All the time. Except for when it's not.
I found it.
Nice. And certain quest points and bosses we can just accept into the events like this, which we'll also be abusing a lot. So right now we're saving Cain, good old Deckard Cain, from these very ferocious skeletons. Ooh, a short bow. So after this,
turn it in.
Okay.
Okay.
That's fine. Galactic Hatred anyways. We'll be doing probably one of the most important tricks for the run. It's not very flashy, but it's going to give us a bunch of XP boost. After we do this quest, we're not going to hand it in, we're going to back out and turn up the difficulty and then hand it in afterwards to get us to around level 7. When normally handing in that quest would probably get us about half a level, it's going to give us around 3 levels. So, as far as the difficulty in this game goes, there's 2 different difficulties. The game scales with your level, and you can choose the difficulty. So, that's one of the reasons why we never need to farm mobs to level up, because it'll always be scaled to our current level and the difficulty that we chose.
Yeah, so we just want to get to a high enough level to get our good skills, and then just kind of stop. Otherwise our gear will get bad.
Yeah, we're trying to reach levels 9 and 10 to get our movement abilities. That's where the run really starts popping off.
Make sure you turn the difficulty back down.
Yeah, I will. So if I don't turn the difficulty down after I hand this in, we'll be on Torment 6 and we'll get one shot by everything. I forgot to do that yesterday and we both died at the same time. And we can also manage our inventory and skills while moving. So, I'll be doing that right now. I took the wrong skill. And one annoying thing is, if you're considered in combat, so if you've been hit recently or if you've hit something else recently, you can't change your skills, which is very, very annoying. And it's really hard to get that in combat tag off of you. So again, we're breaking some destructibles for a move speed bonus. Right here we're going to be listening for an audio cue to figure out which crypt is the right crypt. So we're going to be quiet for a second.
I think it's mine.
Yeah, it's not this one. I'll check the other one.
This one's a little ugly.
Enlightened Shrine. So Enlightened Shrine gives us XP boost. Yeah, it's not this one either.
I hope I didn't take the wrong path. Yeah, I took the wrong path.
Unfortunate. So the ambient noise we were listening there for was the wind. The wind noise is in the correct crypt is a little bit higher pitched and slightly louder. So in the first 2 crypts I went into, it was almost dead silence, and the wind was like a very deep, mellow noise. And here's a pool of reflection. So that gives us percent bonus experience for, I believe, 75% of a level. It gives us 25% bonus XP. And I'm just walking through here because we cannot teleport while in combat either. If you get hit, it'll interrupt your channel on the teleport. Really putting the Enlightened Shrine to good use. Yeah.
Garf, you got called a casual for only having 1900 Paragon.
Yeah, I saw that too. Yeah, I stopped grinding Paragon like a year ago. Ooh, upgrades.
Yeah.
That's strength on my pants, which is not good. We're both dex-based characters. So strength will give us a little bit of toughness, but dex is going to be giving us damage, which is what we're going to be looking for on our gear. We're going to get some more breakables here. And what's that shrine? Protection. Okay. Cathedral level 2, go the other way. We can tell the right path pretty early on. Pukeattack has it. The tile we're looking for is it's an L-shaped with some blue junk off to the side, some blue stardust or whatever, that means you're going in the right direction generally for this map. Some of the other shrines we'll be looking to get are Fleeting and Empowered. Fleeting is just a straight up movement speed bonus, and Empowered reduces our cooldowns and increases our resource regeneration, which is extremely useful for our movement abilities that we'll be getting later. If we got an Empowered right now, it would basically be useless and really unfortunate because they're super useful later.
There's a ton of breakables here. Like just up the stairs.
I'm teleporting to you. I'll look for them. You keep going.
To the, yeah, back.
So this breakable bonus is map wide as long as we're in the same map. Hopefully you got it. And now we're going to kill Jandar. So I'm gonna try and find a safe place to get out of here.
Okay, I just got him. Oh, and there's movement speed here too.
Thank you.
I'll get it for you.
Okay. And as far as the classes we picked, we take Demon Hunter for their mobility. Their mobility is the fastest for a new game run with Vault and Tactical Advantage. So Vault is just a little somersault or a front flip type move, and Tactical Advantage gives us movement speed after doing that ability, which is very, very fast. And Monk is mostly for DPS and his ability to dash over walls and over gaps, which the Demon Hunter can't do. I found it.
Okay. Because I was nowhere near.
So that was a pretty good level 4 Cathedral. It spawns in a giant 3x3 square of tiles, and that was a pretty good spawn. It could have been one tile closer, but
I'm gonna stay here to get you more speed.
yeah. Good idea. I like it. Thought the Monk was gonna be Tempest Rush and be in charge of getting places.
No, Monk is very slow later on. Mostly, it's just gonna be Garf being like, hey, come here and do damage. Like, yes, boss. That's if I get some damage items, though. There's a few specific Monk legendaries that make me do crazy damage.
If we get lucky with the items, he'll do crazy damage, otherwise he'll just be, you know, pretty good damage. And Demon Hunter is like one of the weakest as far as damage goes, so this is a very complementary duo. So here is our first boss, the Skeleton King. We're gonna get movement speed while he's standing up in his little animation there. I'm not gonna stand next to him this time like I did last run in our practice run. So I'm just gonna be using Rapid Fire as my DPS. Pukeattack's gonna be using Lash and Tail Kick.
Not enough hatred.
Neither of them are very high DPS this early on. But Rapid Fire is my DPS the entire
I left some fist weapon back there.
run. Oh no.
Oh. Doesn't matter, that's a big damage.
So, the Skeleton King is guaranteed to always drop the Orc's Crown the first time on your new character. So that's why you saw both of us get that legendary.
You keep going.
Okay. So, coming up, we're going to be searching for the Khazra Den. It has 4 places in this map that it could possibly spawn. So, I didn't get the move speed. Feels bad, man.
Yeah.
Oh god, I feel so slow.
Yeah, there's a lot of, you can't get move speed between the different areas of the maps, and sometimes they cut off very abruptly. Oh, it's right there.
Nice. So this is the first possible spot it could have spawned. So I'm gonna let Pukeattack do that part of the quest, and I'm going to be heading to the next hand-in point.
Yeah, it is also the best possible spot.
Yes. First spot is usually the best spot. Another protection shrine. Not lucky today. With the shrines, at least. So this type of map, it has a static border. The border is always the same, but there are large chunks in the middle that can be random. And the key warden is gonna be following us up to the checkpoint, so I hope you're ready for that. Key warden is a unique mob that spawns in this map that we don't want to follow us because he can jail us and we can't break it yet. I have to kill him, otherwise I can't teleport. Okay, we just... Maybe he won't follow us up here.
Yeah, just ignore him.
Hopefully he won't follow us through the rest of Act 1. So I hit level 9, I get Vault now.
I get Dashing Strike.
And I got another Leorix. Yay me. It's probably gonna have the exact same stats, unfortunately, since we're this one level higher than when I got the last one.
Yeah, the main difference between my mobility ability and Garf's is that mine can jump over walls.
As you just saw there.
Not enough discipline.
Teleport?
Teleporting, just keep going.
Okay.
The warden's still chasing.
Oh my god. So here there's two separate dungeons. We're each gonna go into one to retrieve a beacon. There's 3 possible spots that each of them can spawn. We're just going in a straight line to check all the spots. I believe both of them were in the last spot. The body block.
Yeah, I'm getting some big body block.
Let's see if I can teleport out from in here.
I need to go back.
Okay, that worked. Nice. Go back to the...
Wait,
I
what?
clicked on the waypoint, and it accidentally clicked on your portrait. You can teleport doing that. I thought I clicked on the waypoint. There we go. Game is trolling me.
Oh yeah, he's still here.
Well, that's a cool glitch. Did you see that on your screen?
I wasn't watching. What happened?
I got jailed like on top of the pedestal. It like put my character into the middle of the air. That's cool.
Never actually had him chase us up here before.
Yeah, he usually spawns a lot further to the left. So, Pukeattack's gonna teleport out now. I'll be trying a cool skip that would be used in a solo run, but it's not gonna matter because I have Pukeattack here to teleport while I'm picking up the sword. I didn't get it anyways.
Has been changed. Our children are born weak.
And now I have tactical advantage, so I'll be super speedy fast now.
To restore
The trick he was trying to do was pick up the sword, which is like a channeled animation, and also teleport home. Did you turn that in yet?
We may die,
Did not.
not before she is sent back to the burning hells.
I turned it in. Gosh. Come on. I'm a potato, just pretend that didn't happen.
Alright, I didn't see anything.
I was distracted by that nice booming voice. I normally can't hear him at all. Is his name even? Oh. I forget him.
So you can say you were distracted by the keyboard.
No, he's giving him a great monologue. I'm gonna blame it on him. Not the fact that I forgot how to do this run.
Man, I can't play this game.
So coming up, I'm gonna get
Hey,
some
go. Wait,
I'm getting
go back,
move speed.
Go back. Get out of here.
I know what I'm doing. Calm down.
Alright,
Just
decline.
ignore the part where I didn't know what I was doing. So I declined that because I don't need to be there. So now I can just go through this gate. He had to go to a cutscene. Unfortunately, Deckard Cain is dead now. Rest in peace. Teleport.
I need to go back.
So I'm probably never gonna identify this Leoric's crown because I have to stand still to identify it, and I don't want to do that since it's probably the same as the one I already have. So Caverns of Arania can be split up into 3 segments. We've already gone through the first one. There's 2 possible ways we had to check. In the second segment there are 4 spots we need to check. And the last segment is just a straight, it's always the same path to the boss. I found it.
Oh, cool. We got, I think you got a frenzy, right?
Yep.
Cool. I'm just getting spirit back.
So Queen Arania has up to 3 cycles. If we have enough damage, we can possibly 2-cycle her in New Game. It is also possible to 1-cycle her in New Game Plus.
Do you want a 22.4 bow?
Yeah.
Okay.
Accept.
I'll drop it right here.
Thank you. Big up, buddy. So
yeah,
we
we'll get
should
this
have her low enough, and we're gonna wait during her next attack for her to start her spitting attack so she doesn't immediately run away. Go. Nice.
Yeah, she always runs away whenever her health goes below those quarters
66
in her
and
life bar.
33. Yeah.
But she gets stuck when she does that attack, so.
Another protection shrine. Okay, here we're searching for the staff, but it's pretty easy. It has a very large range where it will tell us where it is, so it's in the top right. I'll be grabbing it, and Pukeattack will be dashing over some terrain.
Yeah, this next like 2 minutes is basically why you bring mom.
Yeah. We get to skip an entire fight coming up here.
Excuse me, sirs.
I struggle to kill everything around me to teleport out.
I am returning to town.
I'm through, so whenever you are good.
I'll be there in just a sec.
Someone said also, why don't you guys get pools? If you mean pools of reflection, we try to.
I
But
picked
if they're
them up
not,
when I saw them.
yeah, if they're not like directly in the way, then we don't really get them. Because we typically get enough XP from quests.
Yep. And we're already. I need like I need two or three more levels. Teleport. There's a shrine out there that I didn't check. So I'm gonna go look
check
at
it.
it.
Jump over that wall.
Enlightened. I'll take it.
Here comes the real juicy jump.
I need to go back.
So we normally have to kill all those guys, but you can just jump out the window and skip them.
So the one important skill that I'm still missing is something that restores all of my discipline, which is used for my vault. Preparation, that's what it's called. It's on normal difficulty.
I need more discipline.
And Halls of Agony level 1, we're looking for a tile with a bunch of butchers, cleavers slamming into the ground. I sometimes like to call it the choppy tile. I found it. And that will lead us to the exit of this map.
Are you out of discipline?
Yes.
I am returning to town.
So this map is pretty straightforward. It is always in the bottom right. The exact spawn switches between 2 spots. So whenever you're good.
Go ahead.
That thing must die.
So as far as gear goes, we're prioritizing damage and sometimes cooldown and sometimes resource regen, but mostly damage and move speed, and we can only really get move speed off of boots this early in the game. So
Oh yeah, I forgot to say, I got some 7%.
I could use those. I have nothing.
No. I have some 7%.
Oh, you don't have them for me? Oh,
No, no extras.
I see how it is. So here we have to free the prisoners. The map is split into it's a giant square that's split in half. And these cells spawn in a couple of different variations. The one I have is a very good variation. It makes checking all the cells very easy and fast.
I got a good one too.
Nice. I don't think... Okay, there's one on my side. If we got all of them on one side in a co-op run, I'm gonna be salty. Because that is the dream for a solo run.
Yeah, okay, last one's here. Doors are also the monk's worst enemy, because you can't jump over a wall if there's a door in the way.
Yep. It's some weird physics that goes on in the Diablo universe.
You killing them?
There's an elite. There we go. I was struggling. A blue pack was saying hello.
I am returning to town.
Hopefully I can get out. We did it. I'm out.
Alright, hurry.
Okay, so now this is the last map before the Butcher. And the Butcher is the last boss of Act 1. And the last boss in each act is guaranteed to drop a legendary. It's a random legendary, but it is guaranteed to give us 1 legendary. Pukeattack is hoping for a pair of boots. I forget what they're called.
I got both of our practice runs.
Okay, it's definitely your way.
Yeah. So that just means that I won't get it here.
If he gets those boots, he will two or one-shot every boss up until Act 5.
Yeah. I'll get first stun again. Nah, I got a sword. Wait, 2 legendaries? Two swords!
Oh boy. Now, I got the only useful thing for a Demon Hunter, which is a non-Demon Hunter legendary. I got Heart of Iron.
Was it Ironheart?
Yeah, Heart of Iron. So I gain thorns equal to 278% of my vitality, which is actually surprisingly useful at this low of a level. If a boss hits me, they will take a large chunk out of themselves. And that is the end of Act 1.
Yeah, I got 2 Zweihanders.
Here we are.
Now we are searching for Magda. Because she killed Deckard.
Tell me.
Deckard, no.
This gate leads to our campus.
I am out of discipline.
Road over the canyon bridge.
Don't pick that up. I'm not trying to debate you with the legendaries, I swear.
I need to go back.
You out?
Yep.
I need more discipline.
So after this, we're going to be skipping the text with the Enchantress in a kind of specific way. We're going to skip the first part, and then let her talk a little bit so that she doesn't get stuck, hopefully. Yeah, there we go. She got distracted by the bugs. But if you skip both parts of her text really fast, she can get stuck there for like 10 to 30 seconds.
10 to 30.
Yeah, it's random.
I wish it wasn't
really
true.
Luckily, we figured out a workaround. Here we are going to go disrupt some rituals, which the borders of this map are static, and there are 3 spawns for the one in the bottom right, and 2 spawns for the one in the top left. And you could actually see the spawns where they didn't spawn. They'll just be there with closed doors instead. So we got both of those.
There, right?
Yep, I'm at the bridge. I've got one more vault. Okay, teleport.
Alright, hang on.
No. There we go.
I need to go back.
Yeah, you only have to interrupt one person doing the ritual, and the ritual gets disrupted, quote unquote.
So might as well ID the other crown for me to use. Everybody gets a crown drop from the prince. I'm actually using the crown.
Yep. And since we got them, we got a total of 3 crowns. We both got one at level 8 and I got one at level 9. So the stats on the helmet were most likely the same as the ones that we got from the orc. And surprise! The town was snake people.
Kane's death will soon be avenged.
Alright, I am ready, buddy.
One more. Okay. Teleport.
So it says D3 is fun to play, but it is soulless.
What do you mean? D3's got so much.
Soul-crushing content.
So much stuff that you can't find your way through any of it, especially Act 5.
Oh, don't remind me. I'm ready.
You guys are in for something when we get to Act 5. Let me
buddy.
tell you.
Need my friend.
What? I believe you. In you. You're a strong, independent monk.
We don't need no demon hunter.
Okay, time to avenge Kane. Yeah, try and let me tank if possible.
Right.
Yes, hit me. And so those molten explosions at the end, they go off, but because the monsters got killed since Magda died, but we didn't kill them ourselves, so the molten doesn't actually hurt us. I don't know why, really. So here I'm setting up a portal for later on to go back to, and Pukeattack will start the next event.
Here it comes. I got some damage boots if you want those. If you never found
I do have move speed now.
Oh, okay.
I think I have 8% or 7. And we're getting towards some of the best content in Act 2, which is the sewers. These first sets of sewers are smaller, and not as horrible.
This leads
Teleport.
to the sewers.
Oh, you didn't want move. Oh, you got move speed. I see how it is.
Yeah, I said it a little late. My
Somehow he
bad.
was telling the truth. Somehow I know.
Alright, then you have to give me the good path.
Always
Okay,
knew.
fine. You can have it. So, yeah, the sewers are just random giant mazes, essentially.
Alright, here it is. Thanks, buddy.
These ones are small mazes. There's a couple a little later on in Act 2 that are huge! With lots of dead ends in them. So now I'll be using that portal that I set up earlier, and Pukeattack will hand in both quests.
I will.
Sometimes he
Right.
forgets.
Listen to me.
Normally in a solo setting, you'd have to walk back through the town again that we went through previously. So that portal actually saves us a good bit of time. More sewers. This is yet another smaller one. Searching for the Dulgar Oasis. We are now about to begin the quest line of rebuilding Zoltankuhl. It's like the longest quest line in the game.
One of the most painful as well.
Yeah. Okay, so here's another map with a static border, and it has, I believe, 7 or 8 possible spots that the dungeon we are looking for can spawn in. So we are splitting it up into 2 halves. Essentially, the path we need to follow is hugging the left-hand side of the map, but Pukeattack's gonna cut through the middle. Nice. So since he found that, I'll be heading towards the next exit, which is in the top right. And I have unlocked Preparation. I'll be attempting to take that soon.
These bones are near water, but they're parched. What happened?
I think I'm almost there.
Yay, I got prep. Okay.
I lied.
So that allows me to fully restore my discipline.
You will not.
This one's pretty janky. Alright, I got it.
Nice. I'm not in town. Okay, I'm teleporting. And I have this spot.
Oh. Yeah, I'm gonna be a hot minute.
Okay. No worries. So that little thing, whatever Adria was saying just there, is like the one unskippable text in the entire game. Like there are some unskippable animations, but that's like the only one where she's just talking and you can't skip it.
I don't like the look of this place.
All other text can be skipped using, or dialogue can be skipped using close all windows key, which you've probably been hearing us spam. We got a really good channel here. So this is the first really bad sewer map, but we just got blessed by RNGesus, so we're onto the second really bad sewer map. There's, I think, up to 3 very long dead ends in each of these maps. Enough where we can both find a dead end and still not find the exit. Oh my goodness. Think happy thoughts. Think happy thoughts, chat. Think about Whimsydale. Ponies and teddy bears. Whimsydale is the quote-unquote like original take on the cow level for Diablo 3. And then they added in not the cow level as well. It's a, what would you call it? Like a spoof or I found the door. It's like a spoof dungeon or whatever, or a comedy thing. It's a very vibrant, bright-colored map with unicorns and teddy bears everywhere. It's not in the story mode. I think you can reach it through the story mode if you play through it more than once. Most people go to it in adventure mode though. And here we saved Covetous Shen from the barrel. And he's a great character. Comedic relief. He has some amazing voice lines that will probably get auto skipped.
I heard him say I'm too beautiful to kill.
Yeah. That whatever he was just saying just now got skipped because I kept picking up stuff. Goodbye. Goodbye, Shed. He'll be in town. So I'm gonna go back. Pukeattack's gonna do some monk dashes.
Alright, I'm good.
So once again, another map with static borders, and we're searching for 2 dungeons with 7 possible spawns. And I'm not seeing anything over here. I actually might have been too far to the left. No, wait. No, it's just not over here. So the general path for this map is you take a straight line up, and then you make sort of a U-shape underneath this big hole in the middle of the map.
Found one.
In here.
The vault.
Ah, you found your favorite one.
Yeah, you take the... Oh, I don't even want to think about that place.
Have to go through the caves, and there's 2 floors, and it can be hard to navigate.
Might even be worse than the sewers.
Nah, it's not worse than the sewers.
That's because you move real fast.
And
I'm
I just
stuck
have
with
some insane intuition on where to go. It can be really hard to differentiate the correct path and like short little dead ends. There's like kind of a trick to it, but not really.
The cave's second level, it always ends going to the left.
Yeah, it always.
But there can
top
be
left.
like 3 dead ends going to the left as well.
Mm-hmm. You have to choose the correct top left path, otherwise you get jebaited. And since our ambient noises are turned up really loud, you can hear that nice squishy noise very prominently in this map. Because we had to have that volume turned up earlier.
I just realized how janky the hitbox is at the archive entrance. Yeah, I was trying to run in circles, but there's like invisible rectangles.
Oh, I'm face palming right now. This is awful. I should be there soon. There's only like 1 spot left.
Oh, never mind. I'm just dumb.
Did you? Yeah, you already got yours.
It was trying to auto path like off of the platform. Yeah, I'm running down the hallway.
So now we've collected some pieces of Zoltan Cool. I believe we're still looking for either his body or his head.
Nah, we're getting blood, I think.
Blood.
Wait, no, you're right, you're right.
Of it. We have to unlock the vault and then go retrieve his body, I believe.
Yeah, no, we just got his blood.
And these 2 maps are very, very nice. They're usually straight lines. They can have short little dead ends in them, which we can avoid if we're paying very good attention.
Okay.
Yeah. I avoided a dead end just now. So right here I had the option to keep going forwards or to turn. I'll usually take that turn. The checking the turn to see if it's a dead end or not is a lot faster than if I had kept going, because that would have been 2 or 3 extra tiles. So I got mine unlocked.
I had a really nice monkalicious path.
Oh, you got to do lots of monk skips?
Jumps. Yeah, I had that one where you can just skip over like an entire walking segment.
Nice. I had one where there was none of those, so that was perfect. I'm going to try to get my impale back eventually. I had to swap it off to take preparation, but now we unlocked Fan of Knives, so I have another spot to swap skills with. But I can't do that while in combat.
Alright, you got this, buddy. I'll go hang out with Leia.
Okay. Could you try and convince her to not, you know, do something really, really evil later on?
She'll be dead in a while, it's okay.
What? Spoilers. Alright, I found it.
Alright, why didn't you remind me to go pee before this run?
You did. I remember you saying you were
Yeah,
going to.
but I have a bladder of a pee, come on.
So we finally put Humpty Dumpty back together again, and now we have to kill him immediately. All that work for nothing. Well, we did get the Soul Stone out of it, I suppose, so that is what we really needed him for. We were just using him.
Just using him for his body.
Then
Or his dank loot. So now we need to go and fight Asmodan. He's casting green fireballs. Belial. I get those two mixed up. They're both big dudes.
Yeah, but Lyle's swole, Asban's just fat.
We need to save all these people. We don't need to save them. We need all the people to be off this map, so we
yeah,
can
a couple of mines just got hit by a meteor.
We can let them die or save them. Typically saving them is faster. People. Is there a guy?
Just a cart, buddy.
We have
No.
time to lose.
I thought I got them all.
Let's go.
I must have animation cancelled it.
Now.
So yeah, if a few of them die to some meteors, it's fine. They'll walk it off. Hey DPS, I need your help.
That's me. Sorry, I was getting move speed.
It is up.
So, the young prince was actually Belial all along. Surprise. Imagine that. Entire town of snake people and Belial is the king. So he has 3 phases. We kill some snakes, and we kill this form. It's not his final form. Here's his final form.
Yeah, he's a big beefy boy. He's not fat.
Stand together so part of iron goes off.
Right.
Yeah, every time you see him slam his fist into me, he's gonna take a giant chunk of damage from my heart of iron. So we're gonna heal so I don't die. That hurt. Now we collected his soul for the soul stone.
He's got a pole arm.
And that was the last boss, so we both got a unique again. I got homing pads. Very good.
Hey! Homie pad. Oh, I almost just hit my split button.
Go. You are needed below.
I have a 26.6 bow.
You heard the angel's command.
I need to check some of mine. I don't know. Just throw it on the ground if you
We
want.
saw the signal fire. We must light
Okay.
the rest, but the demons swarm around.
We'll light some signal beacons to tell people to raise the catapults, because I guess it wasn't obvious that we should be raising the catapults right now. Teleport? That shield was an upgrade for my quiver, but I dropped it.
You can just recall and they'll tell you when the CP.
Yeah, see the thing is I didn't ID those homing pads.
Ah, I see.
Oh yeah, this part. So Pukeattack's gonna catch up to me here in 2 moves. I had to take the long path. Grab this one.
Okay.
Ah, why am I dropping upgrades? I don't do damage anyways, it's fine.
Yeah, I need level 17 pretty soon.
And here's is the little intermission.
I might go pee here. Yeah, it sounds like a plan. See you after intermission, buddy.
So we have 2 timed events coming up back to back here. First one is like some pointless fighting sequence that's going on over here. So killing these monsters doesn't make it go faster.
The lift is moving again.
And then we have to go raise some catapults, and the catapults rise very slowly, and we have to sit there during that as well.
Demons. Get ready, men.
So, we'll see how fast Pukeattack really is. Because I need him to come back by the time I get to the first catapult.
Alright, you good?
Yeah, I still have discipline though.
Oh. Alright, let's
So if we want to be super try-hard, we could actually, like, trade the homing pads between each other when we leave them. So I think Pukeattack said this, but the homing pads allow us to teleport and not get interrupted by getting hit, unless you receive a knockback. That will still interrupt you. But a normal hit will not stop my teleport now. And this is a notorious softlock, especially for newer runners. So typically in a solo run you'll skip these first 2 catapults, just start them and have these recruits raise them on their own. And if you set them up correctly by not dragging extra mobs to them or having mobs follow you to these catapults, there will be 2 mobs that always spawn at the first catapult, and they can tank through it and raise the catapult, and if you leave the second one fast enough, nothing will spawn there. So as long as you don't accidentally aggro mobs and bring them to the catapults, they will finish on their own. But if the recruits get killed, then the catapults will get stuck forever, and you have to back out and reset the quest, which brings you back to before the bridge.
Intronus asked how much faster this would be with 4 players. We did it with 3 players before, and it was pretty sloppy, and it was still better than our like fastest 2-player.
Yeah. Currently, during a practice run yesterday, we got a new best for 2-player, which is 3 minutes slower than our 3-player. And we've never tried 4-player like Pukeattack said, but it's hard to, in theory, it's hard to tell if it would be faster or not, because with 3 people you get quite a bit of movement and extra people searching for stuff. So at that point, adding a 4th person might make it slower, because for each person the difficulty goes up. The monsters get more health, and they might get more damage as well. It's hard to tell, but they definitely get more health. So it might be slower for the boss kills.
I'm in a dead end, so I'm just gonna try to get 7-sided strike.
Okay. So for this, we're typically searching for the top-ish, top right-ish, top left-ish in this dungeon. I should be getting close to it. Yeah, I found it. So we're looking for this tile. You saw this exact tile back there. Sometimes there's 2 in the same map, but the exit will always be on that tile.
Oh no, I don't have any dashes.
Gonna have to walk with a club. Empowered! Let's go!
Oh yeah.
So like we said earlier, Empowered gives us reduced cooldowns and increased resource regeneration, which allows us to go crazy with our movement skills. And I can make use of the homing pads here and go to Pukeattack, because that was a dead end. So this map, the general idea is to go to the left. It can be top left or bottom left, it just depends, but as long as you keep going left, you'll get there eventually. Found it?
Yeah, I'm stopping for XP because I get a really high damage ability at level 17 that I kinda want to get before this next boss.
Yeah. Are you close?
Oh, I have like a bar left.
Yikes. I found it.
Alright, well, I tried.
We still do okay damage. It's not that much slower.
Alright, I took it though, so
Nice.
got it.
So Pukeattack's taking care of the Soul Stone. It's acting up. It's being a rowdy teenager. Tell it to calm down.
Alright, there you go.
And we'll be making our way towards the Siege Breaker. To run through a lot of battlefields. And you'll see me walking past that guy with the exclamation mark on his head. We've done that quite a few times earlier. There's a lot of those that I can just walk past and the game will automatically just check off the objective. I'm out.
I'm in.
And I really want to impale.
Oh, here's 2.
There we go. We have to destroy some siege bases.
I got 2 so far.
I think there's...
Yeah, 3rd's here.
Nice. 6 spots they can spawn. And we have to kill 3.
Can get all 3 at the bottom left. Like
Yep.
right over here.
Okay, I'm teleporting.
Oh, I'm jealous of those homing pads now.
Yeah.
I'll try to get you moves.
So, there's not much to...
Up here.
I'm stuck. Wow, protection. Yay, preparation. Ah, crap, I messed up. I used preparation right after I leveled up, but leveling up gives me full resources. Whoops. So yeah, this is just the biggest bridge in the world that we have to go to find the siege breaker.
Tyrael, stop them!
Are you able to teleport? I'm out.
Yep. Tyrael didn't stop them, but they didn't quite catch me. Alright, here it comes.
Okay. Oh. I thought I needed to... You don't need me. There's the true DPS of the monk there.
Not the true DPS, but it's there.
That's the 100% always reliable DPS.
Yeah.
The monk will always unlock 7-sided strike, and that's why you want them. And they could potentially get items to just one-shot every single boss. 7-sided strike will do the trick if you can't find them, though.
Yeah, there's like 3 different ones too, which is kind of disappointing I haven't gotten one. I think it might be my way. No, you
think it might be my way. Found it. So yeah, Ariat creators can be
real ugly.
Yeah. Can be a lot of bad words that I gonna refrain from saying. I'm out of discipline.
These poor things live in eternal torment.
And now we
I'm good whenever you are.
I believe we skipped her voice line, but we get to go see Sadea now, which is our senpai. We killed the siege breaker, and her voice line is something along the lines of, "You finally got my attention," and so senpai finally noticed us. And yeah.
Stop.
I'm out of discipline. So these maps, there's not really dead ends to them. They're just going in circles. Fun fact though, if I can find one. There's one. In the background you see these giant demons that are chained up. The reason they're chained up there, I got frozen while teleporting. The reason they're chained up is they use their skin to pave the roads or the floors. Whatever you want to call this stuff that we're walking on, it's their skin.
Is that what it is?
Yep. That is what it is.
Today I learned.
You can tell how much Pukeattack like really zones into the run, because I said that last time as well, I'm pretty sure.
Did you?
Yeah. Or maybe I just say it during my solo runs, but that's always my best fun fact. Do you want to go back? Yeah.
Yeah, there were a lot of spots on that map that we were on that looked like the monk could jump through it, like jump from level to level, but you can't. You can only go backwards.
For some reason. You can go backwards, but you can't go down onto the stairs. But you can go back up the stairs with a dash. I found a nice juicy dead end.
Oh, I found a nice juicy body block. Alright, you go, buddy.
Is there a shrine? So the reason I check that corner is that is a spot where shrines can spawn.
Yeah, we haven't gotten a fleeting, have we?
Not yet. There's that enlighten that I know you don't need.
Why do you do this to me?
So it Pukeattack gets triggered because basically after this point we don't need levels anymore. If we level up like right before a boss fight without finding extra gear,
the chain is tapped.
It'll just make the boss fight harder to make them have more health. So we don't want to level up right before a boss fight. I'm
You
out of
up,
discipline.
thank you.
You're
I'd like to play the game
so
too. Oh,
Yeah, but
my,
you're the
I don't.
monk.
Oh!
Hey, you're the monk. You don't get to play the game.
I come in, I put 7-sided strike, and I leave.
You do the fun parts. You do all the killing. I do all the running.
Alright, whenever you're ready.
So we fought Sadea earlier, and she ran away like a chicken,
Oh, alright.
like a spider chicken. Now we're actually gonna kill her.
Oh! Too slow. Alright,
I
yeah,
will break.
that's
She
a
will
little
break
bit.
something. But now she's broken, so. Rip. And now we're on our way to Asmodan. The real Asmodan. Not Belial.
Let me know when you're out.
I'm out. So yeah, here is a static map. It's always exactly the same, this little path. No searching to be done there. And here's Asmodan, the last boss of Act 3.
Arrogance enough.
We got his legendary voice line on. Arrogant Nephilim. Asmodan is known for saying arrogant Nephilim way too much back in vanilla. They eventually nerfed how much he says it, but he still says it a lot.
God. I got some bracers, and they're not even the good ones.
So we just skipped some very, very important part of the story there in that cutscene.
Is it that important?
It's pretty important. We're in heaven now. That's a thing that happened. But well, the reason we're here is because Adria decided to be super ultra bad, and she turned Leia into Diablo. So our characters now hate Adria basically more than anybody in the game. I'm pretty sure they hate Adria more than they hate Diablo or Malthael.
You need 9%?
Probably. Yeah. Normally I would have ID'd a ring there, but I was being a potato, so I didn't. Holy cow, that sword is an upgrade for me. What?
Let me see it.
Hang on. 32.9.
It's a one-hander?
Yeah. What we get, empowered.
Power.
Nice. So
Yeah,
yeah,
some spirit.
that Blessing of Well heals and gives a random shrine, and we got empowered off of it. Oops, I accidentally. Oh, I found another empowered. I maybe should have left that there. Whoops. Yeah, at this point in the run, our inventories usually start getting really messy.
Yeah, because we're just going.
Mine's gonna get particularly messy because it is hard to do so many things at once and commentate. But I'll try my best.
Just
for you
carry, buddy.
guys.
Commentate
It wasn't
carry.
the first ones. So we have to search for the portals, which are inside of those corrupted growths. And it can be in any of the corrupted growths that are not directly blocking the paths. So the ones that sit off to the side.
That is
Ooh, that's a big upgrade. And I dropped it on the portal. Come on, there we go. And we have to find a second one. And the second
This
map
one has a lot of spots to check.
Yeah, and this map has 2 variations. So we know all the spots we need to check, but there's still quite a few. And
Do we?
I do.
I don't.
Good thing one of us knows.
I have an idea.
That's good. Yeah. But the fact that we know where to check doesn't really help the fact that RNG still plays a big role, because if we find them early on, it's a lot faster to just skip looking at the other ones and go straight for the exit. It's probably going to be one of the last ones.
Aye.
My goodness.
This is pretty good.
So I believe there's one left in the bottom left. Let's see if we checked them all. Yep.
Classic.
There's another skill I want to be taking right now as well. I wish I had it. It's called Evasive Fire. It'll allow me to do a little backflip so I don't get caught as often when I'm out of discipline. And it'll also proc tactical advantage when I do the
Tyrael was
backflip.
very talkative today.
Yeah, Tyrael likes to get stuck there and not talk to us.
Alright, you go ahead, bud.
I'm already out.
Oh, okay.
Whoops, wrong. There we go. Evasive Fire.
Diablo is climbing the spire to the
And
crystal arch.
maybe
We must
Companion
hurry.
as well, because I'm not going to be using Strafe. Companion for his very, very, very small amount of DPS. Hey, down.
Thinking I'm on the right path, but it could just be a juicy dead end. Ooh, wow, this is...
Nah, that's gotta be it, because this is
Yeah.
just a circle over here.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, dude. This is Diablo.
Anything could happen. The servers could go down right now.
You had to say it. That was a very long path.
Thankfully, barely anybody plays the game, so the servers are very stable.
Oh,
Yes.
I got it.
So, Izual has the ability to cast a freeze on us, an undodgeable freeze, except for iframes that you get from certain skills.
Like 7-sided strike.
And Vault. But with Vault, it's very hard for me to time. So, but we killed him before he could cast those, so we didn't have to worry about it at all. And now we are searching for Diablo. Contrary to the title of the game and the series, this game does not end when we kill Diablo, though. We will be playing through the expansion into Act 5, so after we kill Diablo, we'll be going to Act 5 to kill Malthael as well.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, there were...
Act 5 is, it's something. Something special.
You can see there is a different style of map design when they got to Reaper of Souls. Apparently bigger is better in their opinion. Or maybe it's not better, but that's what they went with. Bigger. Make everything bigger.
Big old maps.
Yeah. maps are very large, very random. Act 5.
That make me very sad.
Yay. More discipline. So Diablo has 3 phases. First phase is just some normal Diablo action. Now we go to the Shadow Realm, or Terror, I believe that's what it's called.
Nah, it's the Shadow Realm. I'm here, buddy!
Oh. So, Pukeattack usually has really long loading screens just for that loading screen for some reason, so I usually have to solo that phase of the fight. Which is really bad because that phase, unless I interrupt him, he will teleport out constantly after taking like 10% damage or something. He'll just keep on leaving. You have to kill some shadow clones of yourself. It's a really bad time if Pukeattack doesn't join me.
I would never leave you, pal.
And then we'll get our guaranteed legendary from Diablo here. And move on to Act 5.
A mace.
A ring.
Alright. So much for the big deeps.
I'm sure you'll get it from Adria, so then you'll have it for the last boss.
But it is 289.
No! The gates!
So will you be able to teleport to me this time?
Nah, you got this, pal.
Okay. I'm out of discipline. And
Alright,
those big set of staircases
I'll
coming up.
try it. Just for you.
I walked up the stairs already. Go, 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 go.
I'm loading.
Okay, never mind. There was an attempt was made. It was fruitless.
My computer starts to catch fire when we get to Act 5.
Yeah. Diablo does not have the best memory management.
Defend the church! Repel these vile reapers!
Can I do this? Maybe. Awesome, so I found a weapon with a socket, which means I can put a jewel into it. And I'm going to put a ruby into it because that just gives it flat damage, which should be an upgrade.
It's good.
Alright. Witness.
Time
Act
to
5.
cry.
Here's our first big, ugly map. Get that ruby in there. I'm just going to be assuming that that was a big upgrade, even though I couldn't tell. Boots. Just looking through my items here.
Oh, I got the waypoint.
Nice.
Yo, I went like straight there.
Nice.
No, I lied.
What?
Sorry, I forgot we're in Act 5.
I thought you meant you saw the door.
No.
Why you bait me like this, man? I'm crying. Well, I found a dead end over here.
Good old Act 5.
How about
no.
over here? Nope.
Where you going?
Me?
Oh yeah, you can't see the waypoint. It's to my right.
Okay. So, does that mean you should have gone this way? Nope.
Maybe. I think I actually have to go down this way somewhere.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, go up and then around that. looks like it should be it. But just to be extra thorough.
No, this is it. Put your faith in the map.
I see it. I see it on the map.
Alright, yeah, we're good. We're good. Just a little detour. It's all good.
Okay. Ooh, this is an awesome room. So fun fact, look really closely at the floor. It's not really a floor. They decided carpet wasn't their style, hardwood wasn't their style either. They chose bodies to decorate their floor with. I usually touch on that because one of the biggest criticisms of vanilla Diablo was the art style was a lot more vibrant than people's tastes, especially compared to the other Diablos in the series. And a lot of people were not a fan of that, the vibrant colors. So for Reaper of Souls, they definitely adjusted based on that feedback, and they went with very gothic style. Lots of grays and dark blues, and
edge.
Very, very edgy horror stuff everywhere. I mean, it was pretty gruesome in vanilla as well as I think it was mostly the art style that threw everybody off.
It's here.
You're finding out everything. Thank you. So this map, you can see here, it's always split into two segments. We had to look for that narrow path, and then we look for the door. And those are both always on the edges of those squares. So we each go around one side of the square. So what we're doing lore-wise here, interrupting some of Malthiel's devious plans. So from my understanding of the lore, which is may or may not be correct, Malthiel's trying to kill everybody on Earth and in heaven and in hell, because he thinks there's no way to attain peace except if you just kill everybody, then you can have peace, because nobody will be alive. We don't want that, so we're trying to stop him. And those giant balls that we were destroying were like feeding power off the dead bodies and whatnot. I found a dead end.
I like it.
Yeah.
This should be on the right way, but I'm like almost out of spirit.
We're looking for Urziel right now, one of his servants or whatever, his followers. Giant fire boy with a big old cannon. Found it.
Oh, I don't have a dash. Whee!
What? No!
You didn't say you were close!
Rip. At the bottom of the staircase, if Pukeattack had a dash, you could just dash straight up into the fight and save us like 2 seconds. Oh, I actually want
My
to
bad,
hit
buddy.
me.
Oh my god.
Archer?
Alright, you just go straight to the door, okay?
Okay. But what if I want to talk to her?
Nope.
Because I'm literally
my
right
girl.
next. If you, why don't you go to the door?
Because it's my girl.
There. Oh my god. Make no sense. Hurt my
You
brain.
just want to talk to her because she's so thick.
See, I always talk to her every time, and he yells at me every time, even though it's technically faster.
Don't go making moves on my girl. It's my waifu.
Wow. Okay. Here is debatably one of the worst maps in the entire game.
No escape.
Yeah.
This is the Blood Marshes. What we have to do here first we have to find a door to lead us into the second part of this map, which I don't see. Do you see it? I see it now.
No! Oh, here it is.
Okay. Then in the second part, there are 4 entrances. We eliminated one right now by touching that pedestal.
I'm gonna go top left. Alright, you do it, you're faster.
So there's 3 possible entrances, only one can be right. We can eliminate them by touching pedestals. Or
we can just go
into one of
see
them
if it's
and
wrong.
see if it's the right one or not. But I did find one pedestal, so if we both go into one right now, we have a 100% chance of finding the right one.
Alright, well I had to teleport to you because I was just about to go into the wrong one.
And those pedestals can be very, very time consuming to find. So the new strategy in a solo run is to start walking towards the closest one. What?
Is that the right one?
Yes. What do you mean is this the right one?
Okay.
Okay, this is my power trend, that's what you get. Doubting me. So the new solo strategy, since those guide stones are so hard, can be so hard to find, you head straight to the closest dungeon, and if you find a guide stone along the way, that's great, but if not, then you just go into the first map and you have a 33% chance of getting the right map, and a big time save.
Oh, that hurts.
Otherwise, you lose some time, but you usually lose a lot of time looking for the guide stones anyways, so it's kind of...
Oh, you found it?
Dude, what? Yeah.
Thanks, buddy.
I thought you would have noted, I don't know, the objectives. My bad, dude.
Hey man, it's alright.
Check the bottom right.
Carry me anyway. It's all good.
I got distracted by my commentary. I can only do one thing at a time. Forgive me.
You are
I'm but a simple man. Howdy,
Oh, hey, buddy.
Chaos Sphere. That was a thing. Can you check bottom left?
Wait.
Go forwards. Please. Pukeattack. Check. There you go. That way, yeah. I know you have trouble with directions in this game.
I really do.
So I think what I'm gonna do from now on to try and describe directions to you is I'm gonna tell you to put your cursor into the bottom right of the screen, and that's the direction you need to go. Go that way. So here's Adria, who will finally get vengeance for Leah. And that was a really good fight. Normally she can be pretty tanky.
I have done what I can to ensure it.
Oh no.
Oh,
You missed. It
Just
doesn't
gonna
matter, I
teleport
wasn't
to
in
you.
town. And now we'll be working our way towards Malfield. He's still a bit of ways though. And here we wait for Imperius to walk. A good time to check our gear. Be ready to go. Long stretch. This
There is a siege camp not far from here.
gate here. And there's not. Only way we can really speed this up is by killing the demon that drops down here as fast as we can. I believe 3 demons drop every time, and we get swarmed. And Imperius saves us and opens the door.
Thanks, Imperius.
So we totally can't handle ourselves. I mean, totally not one-shotting almost everything. So at this next gate, it's the last one, where we can actually get a little bit of a time save by teleporting to the waypoint. It'll unlock before he actually finishes opening this door. And the waypoint is down this path. Dang, dude, how do you always get that before me?
Yo, dude, like I pick it up at the same time I press open the map.
So fast!
So then I still have time to look at you and be like, what a casual.
Wow. And this is the other map that is debatably the worst map. It's between this map and the Blood Marshes that we were in earlier. We are looking for 2 siege ruins. This
I
map,
found one.
this map does not have static borders. It is just
This
big,
map is
gigantic,
disgusting.
huge. And I found one. I think
Oh,
this is the
really?
side one.
This Siege Keeper is like tankiest I've ever seen.
This is what they said.
I'm just gonna start running away from you. Okay.
Wow, that is really good spawns. Or we got really lucky in finding them. And then the door's right over here.
Yeah, that was extremely lucky.
Yeah, that. Trust us, that map is humongous big. Do you know where that quote's from?
Humongous big?
Yeah.
That's a quote?
It's a quote from
someone besides you?
It's from a hockey player. I don't remember which hockey player, but that's a quote from a hockey player.
Humongous big. Oh my.
Talking about outer space
Wait.
and the universe, and he's like, yeah, it's so humongous big.
Hey, I found out why I wasn't doing damage. I only had one-hander equipped.
That'll do it. Here's another, I like to call auto-scroller. It's not really scrolling, it's kind of scrolling. We're hitting this door. Can't do anything to make this faster. Let's kill the hooks as fast as we can. The next hit, it will spawn hooks and an elite minion, and we have to kill that minion before we can break the hooks. Otherwise the hooks will keep respawning.
Google says he doesn't remember this part at all. It's probably because you repressed this memory because it's so awful.
Either that or you haven't played the expansion, maybe.
Yeah, or that.
This is the expansion. But yeah. So we have 2 more maps to go through before we find Malthael. And that Malthael will be the end of the run once we kill him.
Do you recognize me?
That'll be in probably 2 or 3 minutes. I'll say when time ends, but it ends when we talk to Tyrael, not when we kill Malthael, so we have to wait for Tyrael to do his little strut into the middle of the screen. So this map is, we have somewhat of a strategy. Normally in solo you want to follow the right hand. We like to follow the right hand side first, but it can be in the top left.
No.
I think this one's in the middle. It should be here eventually.
Could be here too.
Yeah. Just because we have a strategy doesn't mean it's
it works.
It's not 100%. It's just a
maps don't like to work with us.
It's a preference thing. It's just easier to search through the map in that direction. Alright, so now we have this nice tint on our screen. Oh, empowered. Cool.
Oh, I just left.
I can use it basically to get all the way to him.
Yeah.
So this map does have a 100% strategy. I'm going to be hugging the left-hand side and searching for these portals. I'll eventually be able to see them on the map once I get close enough, but if I follow the left-hand side, it will always lead me there. Even if I open the map and see portals like off randomly into the middle of the map, which can sometimes just be a weird layout or a side quest, still go to the left-hand side. It's just a debate.
Oh, I'm dropping a lot of frames for some reason.
Uh-oh. Well, good thing we're almost done.
Yeah.
So yeah. Now that
You
I'm
help?
at this,
You got this?
I
Can
still
you
have
be a
discipline.
sandwich?
I still have discipline. Okay, I'm out.
Oh, I thought you were going to be like down the last hallway.
And look, my discipline's already back. I'm gonna
Nope.
sprint.
No. Let me do this.
Nope. Nope. It's mine. Okay, the final fight. So Malthael has 2 phases. In his first phase, he's going to do some talking in the middle, and he's actually invulnerable during that, so we need to skip that right there. There's a little speech bubble above his head that instantly got skipped. Yeah, he can't take damage while he's talking, because apparently what he has to say is very important. And we want to kill him before he does an attack. If he goes into the center of our screen, he'll do like a giant AoE spin move here, and he can't be killed during that animation either. And time will end when Tyrael gets to the center and we talk to him. And time.
Where is the Black Souls? The mouth.
1:36:01.
That's
Nice.
pretty good, right?
It's 3 minutes off our PB.
It's pretty good.
It's severely underestimate, so that's pretty good.
Yeah, the amount of RNG we like to tag on a lot of time, just in case.
Yeah,
But
that
yeah.
could have been. There's a lot of places that could have been awful.
That was Diablo 3. If you guys are interested, just check out speedrun.com, Diablo 3. We have a Discord server for all the Diablo games that you can join, and hit us up if you're interested in the speedrun. Thanks for watching. Thanks for having us. Hope you guys enjoyed.